So it was only appropriate for my first official project of Quiltmas that I kept my my Trixie sweater on, since I'm going to be making this little wreath block. Let me see if I can find a picture of the full quilt for you. So what I'm going to do is make it into a wall hanging, and by wall hanging it's just going to be one block. And so, oh, here it is. See, it's super cute. At some point I will make the full quilt, either for myself or my mom or my mother-in-law or somebody. But I just loved this pattern, how these little kitties are just peeking in those wreaths. But our front door just needs a little something to it, and I don't know. I don't want to stick things on my yard. I'm not an inflatable decor kind of person. We don't have Christmas lights on the outside of our house. Whole bunch of stuff that we're still figuring out. One, being a homeowner myself for 3 years, and for my husband having a second Christmas in this house, we're still figuring things out. So I figured a cute little wall hanging that I can put on the front door that looks like a wreath. We have a storm door, so we could lock that if we really felt like somebody might steal it. All these things that you think of when you put decor on your house. So I'm gonna make that cute little block, and I've already started to pull some fabric for it. So it's really only 4 colors. So I've got, there's the gray for the kitty head, the wreath, the bow, and then the background. And so I'm keeping it really simple by just pulling from my scraps. I'll probably pull a little bit of something bigger. Actually, I can see one from here as I'm looking over at my shelf over there. That'll be a good backing. And I think it'll be done in no time. So let me show you my fabric pull, because it's short, it's simple, it's sweet. And then we're gonna get ready to cut this out and party. So for my wreath, I pulled from my, that box that I made the snowflake quilt from. And I'm gonna use this green sparkly, which is actually perfect because it was from a Christmas dress that was made for me years ago. And so that's gonna be my wreath, add a little shimmer to there. And then I had some of this Moda thatched just hanging out. I don't know where it came from. Some project, obviously, if I've got it as a scrap. So that's gonna be just a little bow. That's all it is. The little bow on the wreath. And I think unless I scrounge around and find a better gray, this is gonna be what the kitty head is. I kind of do want it a little bit darker to kind of go with these. I feel like if it was lighter, it might not fare so well, especially if it's being on the front door with the elements and everything. I'm mildly concerned about sun fading, but not a whole lot, but we'll see what happens. It's no more than having a flag outside. And then I think for the background, I think I'm gonna keep it simple and just use Kona white. I've got a bolt of that left over from my mini sew along that I did not finish last year. So I'm gonna finish that bolt up, probably go buy a new one, and then maybe next year we'll finish up that. But that's not a Quiltmas project. We're talking festive, we're talking cats and wreaths. And I'm gonna get these ironed out, and then I'm gonna go cut them out so that we can make them super quick. And I think it's gonna be real fun. I don't think I'm even gonna quilt it on my long arm. I think I'm just gonna stitch in the ditch on my 9480, and we're gonna have a wall hanging in no time. That said, I think the green might be my binding, since I am turning this into a block, not a whole quilt. I feel like the red might be a lot. I don't know, we'll see, because I've clearly got enough of both. I'm not gonna do gray, that's for sure. So here's my super cute kitty in a wreath. I think all I'm going to do is quilting is just echo around here. I mean, this is just going to be a little wall hanging, so no need to go super wild. I think I might do something, maybe a little cross hatching in the white, but I haven't fully decided. I might even trim that down a little bit more when it's all done, so when I have it all quilted, so then I can get it all ready. So I'm going to go find a Christmas kitty piece that I have in my stash, and find a batting scrap, which we know I have, and then do some 505 spray outside. So I'm gonna go do some hunting, and then I will meet you outside. So cute. All right, so we are outside nice early in the morning, because now that it gets dark, we need some daylight. So just using my little cardboard box because my makeshift table over there is wet. I found some white batting, so that'll be good. I'll have to pick some lint off of it or something. Okay. So here's my super cute backing. Little kitties with hats on and stuff. Just gonna do a mist there. Oops, sorry. And then just gonna pat, pat, pat. This was just a batting scrap I had in my stuff. So I want these white little flecks to go away. Should have got like the lint roller out. Okay, so now providing that everything is not going to show up. This is the pros and cons of batting scraps. It's got fluff everywhere. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, I have lots of excess around. Pat that guy down that way. This back. This way, and we are all basted and ready to party. So let's go put my HP AccuFlex foot on and do some in the ditch quilting. Here we have the finished little wreath result. So I believe I said it before, but my front door is magnetic. So I got some of the By Annie's purse parts, their little not zippers, some of their magnets, and put one in each corner so I could tack it on, just in case I don't need magnets in the future. But there it is. And I just, as you saw me do, stitched around the inside of the wreath and the outside. And now we've got this cute little door hanging. It does make me want to paint my front door so that my front door looks just as awesome as this cuteness, but I am very pleased. So maybe by the end of December, we'll have a painted front door as well. But at this point, this is so worth it. We'll see you again tomorrow. We'll see you again soon.